Those recent rumblings, they're nothing new. Experts say that Moodus has been shaking for centuries, but they've never been able to figure out quite why. Well, a new project is looking to solve that secret. It's a sound and a feeling that's been a part of Connecticut history for generations: earthquakes.
Sunday on March 15th in Moodus.
Yale professor and seismologist Maureen Long says they aren't always the biggest, but still happen quite often.
We have a very long history, both kind of in oral traditions, but then also in written documents, that Moodus, Connecticut in particular, is very susceptible to earthquakes. And we know that we very often have small earthquakes in the Moodus area. So it's been an exciting couple months.
From a 1.9 magnitude earthquake in January to 2 more in March, the ground has been busy, but according to Long, this is nothing out of the ordinary. But why Moodus? That's the question scientists have been trying to find out for years.
We know a little bit about how earthquakes within a tectonic plate happen. There are lots of old faults in Connecticut and all over New England. And those of us who study earthquakes in New England, we're still trying to answer that particular scientific question.
The area has a long history of what locals call the Moodus noises, strange booms that people sometimes hear before they even feel the ground shake.
You basically get coupling between the motion of the ground and acoustic waves in the atmosphere, and so people often experience these as, booms, or sometimes they'll hear a boom and feel shaking at the same time.
Long and a senior at Yale are working together to install a network of seismometers across the area, tracking even the smallest movements underground. These seismometers are called raspberry shakes. With the data, they are finding that there could be a lot more activity than people realize.
One of the goals of our project is to try to look at the data and understand whether there are routinely small earthquakes that are too small to show up in the U.S. Geological Survey.
Despite the mystery, there's one thing Long says is clear: there's no reason to worry. Still, she says understanding what's happening beneath our feet could help people better prepare in the future.
It's not anything to worry or panic about, but it's part of living in New England. Drop, cover, and hold on. That's the advice you would give if there's strong shaking.
So far, Professor Long and her student have installed 5 seismometers right here in Moodus. One is actually installed right here at the East Haddam Historical Society in the basement, and the other 4 are at people's houses in the area who have graciously volunteered for the project. In Moodus, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.